So, Assalamualaikum. This is our group assignment. We have me, Anku Afif Aizad, Muhammad Hazman, Amir Hakim, Parnish, and Noah Akram. So, my part is to explain the design for the assignment. So, we choose this design. It's a very simple design because we have to choose what type of shapes we want to calculate. So, for example, we have cube. So the cube, we got the pictures here. We got the option which one do you want to calculate. For example, we have perimeter, area, volume. But this part is my friend's gonna explain and present to you guys. So I'll let them do it. So there's length for inputs and clear all if you want to start a new one. So we have also cuboid, and then cone, and then pyramid and cylinder. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello guys. Today I'm going to present about VBNet coding to calculate perimeter, area and volume of cube. So our code, it have a Windows form interface like text box called cube length for user input, 3 button to calculate perimeter, area and volume, and label called label 4 to show result. Alright, so let's go to our code. There are two main variable, which is dim result as integer and dim length as integer. So the first part is to calculate the perimeter. As you guys can see, the code, which is if cube length equal to there's no value, then label for text will appear. Please input length. That's mean user have to put length. Otherwise, there's a warning. So let's say user have put the length, so this code, it will calculate the perimeter of a cube. That's all. So now we move on to how to coding to calculate what's this? Area. Yes, area. Like perimeter, there's a error if user doesn't input length. So this code is used to calculate the area, and then we move on to volume. This code is used to calculate the volume. Now I will show you how this works. Alright, as you guys can see, there's a cube, perimeter, area and volume. Let's say I didn't put anything. You can see the result is please input length, which is it asks user to input the value of it. Right, let's say my length is 5. The perimeter is 60 centimeter. The area will be 150 cm square, and the volume, it will be 125 centimeter. Alright, that's all from me. Bye.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Azman, and I will going to explain the cuboid and the cone part. First of all, I will demonstrate how the cuboid and the cone calculator works. So here is the cuboid calculator. So whenever I input any number for every boxes here on the right side, and when I click perimeter, it will display the perimeter, and when I click the area, it will display the area, and when I press volume, it will display the volume. And next,
is for the code. So whenever I input a number for the radius and the height, whenever I click the parameter, it will display the parameter, but it will actually calculate for the circle. So next, for the area, it will calculate the area for the code, and for the volume, it will display the volume for the code. So let's get straight into the code. So here there is an if-else statement. For here, it will check if every boxes have any input. So let's say if height doesn't have any input, so whenever I click parameter or area or volume, it will not display because it doesn't have all the required information. So let's say if it have every information, it will now calculate because it have every information. So here it will take the length from the length box, width from the width box, and height from the height box. And here is the formula: length plus width plus height, and times 4. So next is the area. Still the same. We'll check if it has every required information. So if it has every information, it will start to calculate. So length comes from length, width comes from width box, and height comes from height box. So the formula is 2 times width times length plus height times length plus height times width. So next is the volume. Still the same. You will check every information, and here is the formula: width times height times length, and here it will display the volume for the cupboard. Next is the code. So here, still the same, if-else statement. It will check if it has all the information. If it does, it will start to calculate. Radius comes from the radius box, and height comes from the height box. So here is the formula: pi times radius times height over 3. So here it will display for the volume. So next is the area. It will also check if it has all information. So here is the formula for the area: pi times radius plus square root height times height plus radius times radius. So here it will display the area for the code. And lastly is the parameter. It will count the circle for the code. So if it checks if it has a radius. So let's say if I remove height, it will still works because it just checks the radius. So the formula for this is 2 times pi times radius, and it will display the parameter for the circle. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Amirul Hakim. Now I will explain about pyramid, volume, surface area and perimeter calculator in our Visual Basic program. This Visual Basic program calculates the volume, surface area and perimeter of a rectangular pyramid using user input. When the user clicks the first button, the program checks if all fields are filled. If yes, it calculates the volume. The volume is calculated by multiplying the base length with the base width, then multiplying that with the pyramid height. Finally, the result is divided by 3. The result is then displayed in cubic centimeter. Now, the second button calculates surface area. First, it calculates 2 slang heights on for each side of the base using the Pythagoras theorem. Then it finds the area of all four triangular faces by multiplying the length with the opposite side dividing by 2 and doubling the result for both pairs. Finally, it adds the base area, which is the base length multiplied by the base width to get the total surface area in square centimeter. Now, the third button, which is the last button, estimate the perimeter. It calculates the slant edge using another Pythagoras calculation. Then it multiplies that slant edge by 4 and adds the base area to approximate the full perimeter in centimeter. With just a few input, this program calculates all the main measurement for a rectangular pyramid while using basic math and visual basic logic. Now I will show you guys the example of input that user can input. The first, I will enter the base length. For example, here I will enter number 6. Then the base width, I will enter 5. And the last one is pyramid height. I will enter 7. And then we will press the first button, which is perimeter, and we will get the perimeter of this pyramid. The second one is area button. When I click it, we will get this pyramid area, surface area, the total of all areas of the pyramid. And the last one is volume button. When I click it, it auto calculate the total volume of the perimeter. That's all. I hope you can. That's all. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Pranesh Analaki Surendran. In this part, I will explain a simple VBNet programming that can calculate surface area, perimeter, volume of a cylinder by the user input. So let me show you the code. My program takes two values from the user, which is radius and height. Then when the user clicks a button, the program calculates either the volume, the surface area, or the perimeter. Let me show you. Let me run this code. Alright, so here I choose cylinder. Like I said, when you click the button, the program calculates either the volume, the area, or the perimeter. So for example, I put number 4 as a radius, and number 12 is a height, and I want to check what's the perimeter. So you can just click the perimeter button. It will show 74.27 centimeter. This calculation is accurate. I already checked by using calculator, scientific calculator. Alright, let me show you the code again, how we did it. So at the top of the program, I declared, like I said, 3 variables: radius, height, and then the results. Radius and height is to store input. Like for example, like just now, I stored number 4 at the radius and number 12 at the height. Then I can get the calculation, and the results is to store the final answer. Like I said, results to store the final answer. I also used MathPy to get the value of pi, which is important for all the formulas. So for volume button, the formula that I use is pi times radius power of 2 times height. It calculates the result and this display in cubic centimeters. So for areas, the formula I use is 2 pi r times height plus radius. And for the perimeter, I use the formula 4 pi r plus 2 height. Yeah, so the results will show accurately if we use the accurate formula. Normally, I would like to clarify that normally perimeter won't find perimeters. Normally cylinder won't find perimeter in 3D. They will use in 2D. But we can still find it if we use the accurate formula. So all the results are displayed in label 4. I used 2 string F2 to format the number 2 decimal places, so the answer looks neat and readable. So as a conclusion, I would like to say that the program is simplified in basic VBNet concept like variables and conditional statement, if, math functions, event handling like button click.